Today I'm going to talk about the real reason why certain black people have a problem with Candace Owens, especially black men. But it's not just black men that I'm seeing that really have a problem with. Black people as a whole most likely have a problem with her. Like, it's certain black people out there who don't. Like me, I don't. There's others who don't. But I would say one of the reasons is because she's against Democrats. And she be telling the truth about Democrats. But black people don't really want to hear that. What they want to hear is what they've been conditioned to hear growing up, which is the same thing that I was conditioned to hear growing up, that Democrats are for the poor. For the poor people, and Republicans are for the rich people. That's what a lot of us are programmed into believing. And so we grow up believing that that's what it is. But really, that's what it isn't. If you would just wake up to stuff, wake up to certain stuff, and just pay attention and just get away from that conditioning, you would find out that Democrats are for themselves. They're for themselves, just like the Republicans are for themselves, and they do like the race bait. They use race whenever it's convenient for them to get like a to get a reaction out of black people, to make black people want to continue to vote for them. I see where they do that. A couple of years ago, I didn't see that, but put it like this. 2020 has really opened up a lot of truths. I don't know about y'all, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I didn't see a couple of years ago with both of these parties. I'm not saying that Republicans are saints, because they're not saints either. If you want to know the truth, I just wish we would get away from the parties and just choose a president that has everyone's best interest in the country. Because when you look at it, Republicans aren't shit and Democrats aren't shit. Democrats are a little bit better than, Republicans are a little bit better than Democrats, but when it boils down to it, the presidents who are in there, they are puppets. All of them are puppets. It's not just Democratic president. It's Republican presidents also. They're both puppets. The last real president we had was killed, and that was John F. Kennedy. That was the last real president that we had. He tried to put a stop to the corruption that was that was going on, and they put a stop to him. But that was the last one we ever had. And here's the thing: when Candace tried to tell us this, we don't want to hear that, because she's not doing what the Democrats are doing and catering to you. All you want to see is that because she's black, she should be Democratic because she's black, and Democrats is for black people. That's the only thing we see. And so this is why a lot of us are against her. Now, the reason why I would say black men are against her is because she don't put over their BS either. And for some reason, not all black men, but most black men are intimidated by a smart woman. And Candace Owens is a very smart woman. Black men get intimidated by women who are smarter than them. I've actually seen her during an interview. If she was interviewing a professor, I actually seen her make him stutter. She was giving it to him raw, and he couldn't take it. Now, this was a black professor. They was debating, and she was debating harder than he was. Black men are intimidated by that because the truth be told, a lot of them You know, they're not they're not into education. They're not into politics. They're into what looks good and what don't. They're more into flashing and showing off what they have. They're more into buying Nikes and sports and all that other shit that don't mean a hill of beans after it's all said and done. That's what black men are into. They're not into politics. They're just into what looks good. Just like Obama, when Obama got in office, they were just happy. Well, we all were just happy to have a black president. We weren't looking at what he could do or what he would do, and he really didn't do nothing. He did something for everybody else other than his own people. These are truths. I'm not lying. But you know what? I'm going to get a whole lot of flack for this. Because I said this. But it is what it is. I'm not finna bite my tongue just like Candace Owens. Don't bite her tongue. I'm not finna bite my tongue either. This is the truth. Black men, most of them, are intimidated by smart political black women. They are, because they really would like to be smarter than them, and really want the woman to shut the hell up and go in the back and cook something. Because we live in a patriarchal. I don't know if I'm saying this right. We live in a patriarchal world where women shouldn't have nothing to say for real. We should just sit down or go somewhere, cook something, clean something. We're supposed to be seen and not heard. And black men are conditioned through the hands of white supremacy to feel this way about women in general. Whether they black, white, it don't matter. So, independent, smart woman like Candace is too much for them. And that's the reason why a lot of them hate her. They're not trying to hear what she's saying, even though what she's saying is true. A lot of stuff she says is true. Not false at all. But they don't want to hear that. All they want to hear is what seems good, what looks good. The Democrats don't give a shit about black people. They don't. A lot of them are just as racist towards black people as a lot of the people who are Republicans. These are facts. Y'all talking about Joe Biden. I seen a comment Joe Biden made when they was about to integrate the schools. Integrate and put the black kids in the school with the white kids. He said something negative about that. He said he didn't want something. It was. I'm probably paraphrasing, but he said something like, "I don't want my kids to share a school with." I think he said something about jungle people or something like that. Look, y'all go look it up. But the point is, Joe Biden is just as racist as Trump, as y'all claiming Trump is. But y'all don't want to hear that. All y'all want is to get this man out of office. And what you put in office is not going to be any better than what you take out of office. Okay, you might wind up with a Democrat, but what is he going to do after he get in there? Because a lot of these presidents always talk about what they're going to do. But then when they get in there, they don't do half of the stuff that they claim they're going to do. These are facts. It is what it is. But y'all don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear the truth. People would rather for people to cater to them and tell them lies. Now, however, even though I like Candace Owens, here's the thing. Oh yeah, and this is another thing y'all have a problem with. You have a problem because she married to a white man. A lot of you black men are mad because she married to a white man. Which I don't understand why you're so mad about that, because most of y'all marry out than black women. So you shouldn't be mad about that. If you want to get mad about that, stop marrying out. And maybe we'll stop marrying out. But anyway, my next point. The only problem I have with Candace Owens would be how she gives other races a pass, especially white people. And she did this before she was married to a white man. But she's probably continuing to do this because, I don't know, maybe she's catering to her white husband and her white audience. Because, I heard some stuff she said about, about these riots, these past riots, when George Floyd first died, and we're talking about how we tearing up our community and everything. But what she didn't mention was black people weren't the only people who was out there rioting. It was white people out there rioting too. A lot of videos I seen, it was white people out there rioting. And in one video I seen a white person was rioting and a black person tried to stop them. But she didn't mention it. I see where she always give white people a pass, and I think that's wrong. I think if you're gonna be honest all around the world. But she's not going to do that, because if she do that, she probably won't have that many white audience, because they like for you to cater to them too. They like to see a black woman down her race. They like to see that shit. But then when you go to telling them about their truths and shit, a lot of them don't want to hear that shit. They want to feel like they're innocent in everything. And we're wrong, and we're the criminals, and we're all this and that. But that shit goes both ways. White people kill just as many of their people as black people do. That's probably why I probably ain't gonna have that many followers. It's gonna be white people probably who are part of my channel probably gonna unsubscribe out there. But you know what? I don't give a shit. Everybody get Build a Medicine over here. The reason why Candace Owens cater to her white audience so hard is because she knows if she told the truth and she stopped catering to them and she stopped talking about her own people, she wouldn't be that popular. Put it like that. And she knows that. That's the reason why she never mentions too much about white people, which I think is wrong. I think she should mention just as much as she go downgrade her people, she need to downgrade them too, because they do some fuck shit too. And as far as her talking about, black people don't deserve reparations, this country wouldn't be built if it wasn't by the hands of my ancestors. So I would disagree with that. I would clearly disagree with that. I mean, whatever happened to the 30 acres and a mule that was owed to us and we never got? Whatever happened to that? I'd be okay with some land, some land and maybe a car or some shit. I'm not finna sit up there and say that my people don't deserve anything when this country was built off of the blood, sweat, and tears of my ancestors. I'd be dumb to do that. So I disagree with her on that. But other than that, I think she's a smart woman, and I like her. I just don't like how she catered to these other races and quick to down her own race. I painted this Monday. These are blood cells. These are how blood cells look on the inside of you. You probably could barely see it, but yeah, I painted that. And it's probably not the way it is like on Google, but I own it. I painted it. And it is what it is. You can like it or don't like it. But this is blood cells going down the veins. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm gonna try to do more artwork on my channel. I'm probably gonna start a new channel. I'll see you later. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share down below. I forgot about that. Peace, y'all.